The type of person you want to watch out for when you are at a bar or a club or anywhere really that alcohol is served. It could be any event. It could even just be at your friend's house. You want to look for the type of person who is the party animal. Now, I'm not saying to look for this person to have fun. I'm not saying you couldn't have fun with a party animal. But I'd like to say more times than not, the party animal is actually a very unhappy person. And in a very strange way, this type of person doesn't even realize it. That's the saddest part. They would deny it. They'd say that's insane. I love partying. I love getting out of control. I love being the life of the party. And that's just me, so you don't know me. And while that may be true, I'd like to say that's a small percentage of the type of people who so-called have the personality of being the life of the party, where they're actually connected with who they are and love being themselves and are authentic and emotionally available and vulnerable. The rest, that's not the way it is. The party animal mentality, if you think about it, they're loud. They try to be fun, and maybe they can be a blast. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with them being a partier. I mean, it's ultimately not that good to be a partier too, because you can make stupid decisions and maybe you're not contributing to your life in a meaningful way. But with that aside, the partier is going to have the personality that enables them, I'd like to say, to be the type of person they want to be. And this is why typically this type of person, during these environments, will be able to be louder and be a little bit more out of control, funnier, and everything. Strictly because there's alcohol. See, without the catalyst of alcohol, they're not going to be like that. They're not going to just dance. They're not going to just not care about what people think about them. There needs to be alcohol. And that right there shows you that there's a problem. I'm not saying you can't drink alcohol and allow that to contribute to you having a better time, because no doubt, you know, if our inhibitions are lessened, we're more likely to be a more outgoing person, a funnier person, an enjoyable person. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but you have to realize that one would like to go into these situations trying to be more fun and trying to have more fun, and it could be a blast with them. But I mention this because this type of person you want to be careful around, meaning they're not really looking after your best interest. It won't even cross their mind. They're not really wondering how detrimental they're being to themselves or anyone else, or how they're contributing to a possible problem. This is the type of person that also can get into fights, bar fights. Why are you fighting? Because they're an angry person. It's pretty much the same type of person that will just be the partier. They're not a happy person also. They may not be showing anger, but they're covering up their sadness. And I'm not saying they have sadness where they could just cry. There's really nothing for them to be sad about. But the sadness of they're not really happy with who they are, and they don't even realize it. So this type of person is less likely, even in real life outside of these situations, but definitely within these moments, they're more likely to be less caring about how other people feel, less empathetic, less connecting on an authentic level with their experience of life and wanting to understand how another feels and thinks, instead of just contributing to what is called fun. Wanting to get to know another person, their likes and dislikes and other people's perspectives. Having more patience. Having more of an open mind. Being willing to stop. Being willing to shut up. Being willing to put everyone else first but themselves. These are characteristics they're less likely to have, not only in this type of environment, but definitely just in life. There's going to be patterns of some of this stuff. And I mention all this because of the type of person, maybe you'd be interested in getting to know them or even hooking up with them. But realize they're not going to be a type of person that actually cares about you, at least in a meaningful way, whereas they want to get to know you. They may try to take care of you, but that's not someone who actually loves you and cares about you, because people don't just take care of each other. They listen to each other. They take their time trying to get to know another. They value pretty much every moment getting to know somebody. They love it. And they're less likely to have those type of characteristics. You may like everything about them. They may show a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of fun, and that may even give them a sense of false confidence. It may give you a sense of false confidence about who they are, which even distorts your perspective to feel oppositional or against the fact that they're probably not that good of a person and they need to work on themselves. So something to really look for when you're out, and what may seem attractive is only on the surface.